I thought it was weird. It looks like Ozzy Osbourne is spitting out some type of strawberry jello or something. I thought it was a really cool cover. Could also be mistaken for Ozzy inside of a submarine or something like that. We'll be ranking the album covers by Ozzy Osbourne. This was requested by a channel member, so if you're interested in becoming a member, I have two tiers. The first one is 99 cents. You can get early access to every video I upload. And the second tier is $2.99, where not only you get early access, but you also get to make video requests, such as the one right here. And there's a join button down there somewhere under this video. I'm going to be ranking all the studio albums, and I will be including some live albums and some EPs, just because I like them, because it's ranking album covers. So for that reason, I'm doing it that way. So I'm going to jump into it. I'm going in chronological order using the same format I've done in a few previous videos, if you've seen them, such as the Dream Theater ranking and a few others. So I'm going to be doing it that way. Let me jump right into it, starting with Blizzard of Oz. First one is Blizzard of Oz, and it's a photograph of Ozzy in a room. He's holding up a cross. He looks like some kind of vampire killer or something like that. So it's a simple image, and he's right in the center. And there's some fogginess in the background, and that helps Ozzy stand out. So I think it's pretty cool. As for any negatives I have to say about it, I think the logo and the album title could be improved. I would put the logo all the way across the top, maybe like the album title right under it. That would be the only change I make. But otherwise, it's a really good album cover, and I'm ranking it right off the bat. I have a very high ranking. So this is coming in at number 2. Next is Diary of a Madman, and this is another good one. It has him in a costume. He's definitely playing the part of Ozzy in the album cover. I like the fact he's in the forefront. I also like the fact that his son Louis is in the background, but you can barely see him. So it's kind of like an early version of an Easter egg. You don't notice him at first, but if you look closely, you can see him. That's what I like about this album. And I like it's the first album where he's using that yellow and red font, because it makes it pop out. So I like that. I like the font on the bottom. It's similar to that creepy font that a lot of people use on their thumbnails. I think it's really good. If I would make any changes, I would maybe add some more stuff in the background, maybe a couple more hidden items. That would make it cool, but I don't have much to criticize about this, because this is my number 1. I know it's early. I'm going right into number 1, but this is my number 1. But let's see where everything else falls. Next is Speak of the Devil, or Talk of the Devil, which was released in UK. That's the idiomatic expression used there. Released in 1982. It's a live album, and I like the cover. I remember my brother bought this album when it came out, and I was only about 10 or 11 years old. I thought it was pretty cool. I thought it was weird. It looks like Ozzy Osbourne is spitting out some type of strawberry jello or something. I thought it was a really cool cover. I like the yellow and red color scheme and the font, and the fact that Ozzy is right in the center. But the only negative I have is the fact that he's spitting out the strawberry jello. I think they could have made it more realistic, but then again, maybe the record company didn't want to make it like too bloody. That would be my only change. But this one is pretty high. Comes in at number 5. Next is Bark at the Moon. It's another good album. Still has that same font with the yellow and red, and I like the fact that Ozzy is dressed up as a werewolf. Thought it's pretty cool. I think it really fits him and the tone of the album. If I made any changes, this one might have made Ozzy a little closer up in the scene, because I think he's really towards the bottom, and you have that like dead space between Ozzy and the top of the album, and it's just this like nothing in the middle. So that's my only negative. But other than that, really cool album cover, and I have it pretty high as well. I ranked this at number 4. Next is The Ultimate Sin. This one came out in 1986. And I have mixed feelings about this one, because on the positive side, it was painted by one of my favorite artists. If you don't know, I studied art in college, and Boris Vallejo is one of my favorite artists. I even used him as an influence when I was learning to paint and draw fantasy art. But with that being said, I think it could have been better. I think the dragon with the Ozzy Osbourne face is really cheesy, and they should have put a real dragon and made Ozzy a completely separate character. So that's why I don't like this one as much. But I like the album title, the logo. It kind of gets lost, and they could have made it bolder, maybe put it in the center. Other than that, I have mixed feelings, but I'm going to rank this at number 10. Next is Tribute. It's another live album. It came out in 1987, and it's a really good one. I like the album a lot, and I used to listen to it a lot when I was in college. I think it's a good album cover. It has a very iconic photo of Ozzy holding up Randy Rhoads. I like the fact that it's this duo tone where it's just pink and blue. I don't have much else to say about it. I may have increased the font in the logo and the title just to make it pop out a little more, but other than that, I don't have anything else negative to say about it. This one is going to be at number 6. Next is No Rest for the Wicked. This came out in 1988, and this one also has a cover photograph by Bob Carlos Clark in this sepia tone. It's like a black and white, and it has these kids that look very creepy, and Ozzy sitting in his throne. I think it's a good album cover. I think it captures the style of what they were going for. I don't have really anything negative to say about it. I think it's a really good cover artistically. If anything, I would just make it one image, add the logo on the top. Instead of like those bars or those borders, I would just make it one image and then just put everything there. But otherwise, I don't have much else to say about it. I have it at number 3. Next is Just Say Ozzy. It's a live EP released in 1990. I used to have this one on CD, so I like it a lot. But as for the cover, it's kind of bland. They took a photograph of some graffiti that was done. I guess it was some graffiti that somebody did and they found it on a wall and they took a picture of it and they thought it was a good idea. But as for an album cover, I don't think it's that good. I think the idea is good, but for an album cover, I'm going to put this one actually at the bottom. Not that I hate it, but just something has to come at the bottom. So this one's at number 17. Next is No More Tears. This one came out in 1991. Features a cover photograph by Madman. This one's okay. It kind of captures the essence of the album. I like the fact that it's just a sepia tone and there's not a lot of colors, so it's not really in your face, but it feels like it's lacking something. The small angel wing looks weird. I would have put a bigger wing, but there might be a reason for it. And the logo is very small and you can barely see the album title. But despite being a good album musically, I think the album cover itself is going to be a little lower in the ranking, or kind of in the middle. But this one is coming in at number 11. Next is Live and Loud. This is another live album. It came out in 1993. It's not too bad. It's kind of simple. It shows Ozzy Osbourne in the middle of a speaker, so I kind of like that design. It could also be mistaken for Ozzy inside of a submarine or something like that. That's what I thought of. But the logo and the title are pushed into the corner, and I think it kind of looks forced. So this one's going to be a little lower. I have it at number 15. Next is Ozzmosis from 1995. This one's okay. I like the fact that it's a black and white photo. You have the light source in the background, and that's really cool because it creates a shadow in the front. But all those weird eyes and mouths on the bottom, on this body, on the front, look weird. I probably would have gotten rid of that. But then again, it might be used to make some kind of statement. I didn't really investigate it too much. But the logo and title are small, hard to see, and I mean, you probably noticed by now, I keep saying I like the bigger logos with like that really stand out. But it's okay. I probably would have got rid of those weird eyes and mouths in the middle, but I'm going to put this one at number 14, so maybe a little lower. Next is Down to Earth from 2001, and I don't really like this album cover. It looks weird. I don't know what they're trying to express in this one. It shows Ozzy doing this Jesus Christ type of pose. It's like an X-ray of him or something. I don't know what they're trying to express, so I don't like it. I think I would have done something completely different. So this one is going to rank at number 16. Next is Black Rain, and this is a photograph by Joseph Curtis. It's not too bad. I don't know why they're trying to turn Ozzy Osbourne into Neo from The Matrix, but it's kind of dark. It looks pretty good. You have some light in the background, so it's actually not too bad. I probably would have lightened it up a little bit and maybe made some more contrast between Ozzy in the background so he would pop out. I think he kind of meshes a little bit too much in the background, and I would have lightened him up a little bit. But this one's pretty good, and I rank it at number 8. Next is Scream from 2010. This one's okay. I like the concept. It has the wings, the smoke, the flag. He's right in the middle. It has the big logo, the red and the black color. And I like all that. And I think it's a good cover. I might have made Ozzy a little closer to the image and showed off his wings a little more, and maybe lose the flag. But I don't know if the flag is symbolic for something. But I think it's a decent cover, actually. I think it's going to be a little higher. This one comes in at number 7. Okay, I have 2 more, and also the last 2 albums that were released in 2020 and 2022, which are Ordinary Man and Patient Number 9. Ordinary Man is pretty cool. My complaint is it looks kind of dark. I would have a little more contrast between Ozzy and the background. I think the wings and the body get lost a little, and I would have made them pop out a little more and just put some more light on him. So maybe like a light source in the background would look pretty cool. And the logo is kind of small. I know I say that a lot, but they could have made it bigger and made the title pop out a little more. Next is Patient Number 9. I think this album cover is very similar to the one before it. So I probably would have done maybe some different things. Maybe make it a little lighter, have some contrast between Ozzy and the throne in the background. In this case, I would make Ozzy in the throne a little smaller, maybe put some more stuff in the background. So I think that might improve it a little bit, but it's not too bad. So for my last 2, Ordinary Man is going to be 12, and Patient Number 9 is going to be 13. So that is all. Let me know your ranking of the Ozzy Osbourne album covers, and check out this video right here. I did of the least popular songs I did recently by Ozzy Osbourne. Thanks for watching. Please like this video. It helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Please subscribe if you have not already. I do rock and metal reviews, rankings, and more. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.